Heat advisory in effect Monday from Wednesday 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. Thursday Central Daylight Time for Houston, Texas. Temperatures, record or near record maximum temperatures are expected for an extended period during the afternoon hours of Wednesday and Thursday across Houston, Texas. High temperatures on Wednesday of 105-115 degrees are expected, with highest climbing above record temperatures up to 120+ degrees. Impacts: heat exhaustion or a stroke is possible if proper cautions are not taken. Temperatures in parked cars can become lethal in a matter of minutes. A heat advisory means that a period of hot temperatures is expected. The combination of hot temperatures will create a situation in which heat illnesses are possible. Take extra precautions if you work or spend time outside. When possible, reschedule strenuous activities to early morning or evening, as temperatures will be high in these periods. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles. This is especially true during hot weather when car interiors can reach lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. Look before you Excessive heat warning in effect Monday from Wednesday 9 a.m. until 7:50 p.m. Saturday Central Daylight Time for the whole state of Texas. Temperatures, record or near record maximum temperatures are expected for an extended period during the afternoon hours of Wednesday and Thursday across Houston, Texas. High temperatures on Wednesday of 108 to even 118 degrees are expected, with highest climbing above record temperatures up to 120+ degrees. Impacts: heat exhaustion or a stroke is likely if proper cautions are not taken. Temperatures in parked cars can become lethal in a matter of minutes. A heat advisory means that a period of hot temperatures is expected. The combination of hot temperatures will create a situation in which heat illnesses are possible. Take extra precautions if you work or spend time outside. When possible, reschedule strenuous activities to early morning or evening, as temperatures will be high in these periods. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles. This is especially true during hot weather when car interiors can reach lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. Look before you
Guys, I think we got some breaking news right now. A heat advisory has been issued for the Los Angeles County until further notice. Temperatures are expected to be up to like 101 degrees Fahrenheit. My goodness, isn't it hot? Right? Yeah. What is this going to be about? Why is this going to be happening? You know, some people think it's climate change, but I don't know if it's that. I think that's concerning me. How do we even know why we're dealing with these temperatures right now?
That's pretty confusing. But, however, we're not alone. Texas is dealing with temperatures up to 110 degrees.
110 degrees? Are you out of your mind?
No, I'm not. We've dealt with this last year, and it seems like we're going to deal with it again. Well, hold on. We got an emergency alert coming through the wires. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
The following message is transmitted by the National Weather Service of Los Angeles. Heat advisory is in effect until Friday 7:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 3:20 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, temperatures of approximately 90 degrees or higher are expected. When? Thursday 2 p.m. to Friday 7:30 p.m. Where? California, Los Angeles County stretching to Mariposa County. What? Heat advisory expected with high temperatures of around 90 degrees or higher. Impacts. Heat exhaustion or stroke is possible if proper precautions are not taken. Do not leave young children, pets or young people unattended in vehicles, as parked vehicles can reach lethal temperatures within a few minutes. When possible, reschedule strenuous activities to early morning or evening. Temperatures at night will only be in the 70s or even high 70s, explaining how hot the daytime temperatures will be. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Stay tuned for more information. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Las Vegas Fire Department and the National Weather Service. A wildfire warning is in effect until June 18, 1:50 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 1:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, a wildfire has broken out due to a kitchen explosion that caused a fire to break out of the house, killing everyone in the house. Thanks to high temperatures and dry conditions, these fires are so perfect to spread into these conditions faster. About 50 acres are burned, 18 people were injured from burns and 10 people have died. Firefighters are extinguishing the fire itself at the moment as hard as they can. In the meantime, you are advised to evacuate anywhere from a 5-mile radius of this fire, otherwise this will go up to a 10-mile radius rank. A fire warning means a fire is detected in your area, meaning you have to evacuate or else you'll put your life at risk. When evacuating, take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, phones, chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio. Do not pick up people from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes, as they have their own evacuation procedures. Make sure you keep drinking plenty of fluids and stay in an air-conditioned room and out of the sun. Prolonged heat exposure results in heat exhaustion or even a stroke. No deaths from heat stroke are confirmed yet, but it will change soon. Stay tuned for more information.
This is KSNV News serving the Las Vegas area. Today's news is that a drought warning is now issued along with excessive heat warnings being issued across the United States, Canada, Mexico, the Bahamas, and the Dominican Republic. Las Vegas has hit temperatures of 118 degrees Fahrenheit, and oh my goodness, I haven't seen this amount of hot before. The fire that burned 5,000 acres has been extinguished, but sadly, another fire has broken out in Texas, which their firefighters are trying to extinguish. Las Vegas is under a severe drought condition, which some of the water levels are drying up, with some reservoirs drying up quickly due to the lack of rain causing vegetation and crop failure, which has sent wheat prices soaring along with milk and dairy products. Next week, I just found out that temperatures will hit 127 degrees Fahrenheit with some instances of 132 degrees Fahrenheit, close to the 134 degrees Fahrenheit record in Death Valley back in 1913. 100 people have died from the heat wave here and 750 people elsewhere died, with 200 outside the country, being 950 deaths from heat exhaustion or stroke. It's only a matter of time before this heat wave becomes a global threat. Global warming is one responsible factor, But further research is being done to determine the cause of this massive heatwave that has caused fires and drought to ravage the country along with the 4 other countries mentioned. Temperature lows are only expected to be at 80 degrees or even 90 degrees in complex cases. Stay hydrated at all times and in an air-conditioned room. Put on sunscreen if you necessarily need to go out, but you are advised to stay home and lock all windows as the light will blind your vision. Reschedule strenuous activities for early morning or evening. The situation is not gonna be getting better anytime soon. But still, do not panic, as nobody wants to see you scream, as this will make the situation worse.
Joey, I have some serious questions still trying to figure out. The main one is, how did it start? I'm noticing the distance of the sun getting closer over time. I have a feeling this is explaining why the heat wave is getting even more brutal. If other countries are experiencing this, then they will feel the same as we are. The permafrost is thawing a bit faster, which can leak more greenhouse gas into the atmosphere, wanting up our planet more. Antarctica's glaciers are melting too, with the temperatures now at its hottest being 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Their temperatures are expected to continue soaring to 20 degrees Fahrenheit in the next 3 weeks or even 2 weeks. This will contribute rising sea levels, causing tsunamis that will sink coastal areas the more these glaciers melt. The situation here is slightly dire, and I have some water with me in case I sweat a lot. After this, I'll be searching for some air conditioning at my house because it's too hot to even report. It feels like 114 degrees Fahrenheit. Pools and beaches are more crowded than ever as people want to cool off from the heat. But however, it won't be long before it's too late. I just wish everyone will be safe. That's all I can basically say for the public. The only good news is that we can get through this together and come back stronger than ever. This is a dark situation that is getting worse than it was at the start of summer. The death toll of heat stroke pans or exhaustion will rise as the temperatures get hotter and drier. The governor has taken action to ensure the situation is under control, but it's like out of control. I just need to go because I'm getting hotter.
Please stay safe and hydrated out there. I hope everyone survives this heat wave. This is me, Joey, from KSNV News, signing off.
The following message is transmitted by the National Weather Service. A fire warning has been issued for the Clovis County area. A power grid is knocked down, causing a fire to spark where the knockdown was located, burning 70 acres and heading north, which means anyone near the fire must evacuate now. About 30 deaths are reported, and 39 injuries are reported. You are advised to evacuate the county immediately, as this fire has the potential to spread with temperatures up to 122 degrees and expected to increase for the next few days. The firefighters are currently trying to extinguishing the fire. The conditions are too harsh to be outside as cars while evacuating, or seen other tires popping, colliding then with other cars, or crashing the whole car itself. Grab food, water, clothing, medical supplies, phone, and chargers for survival. Do not grab people from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes, as they have their own evacuation procedures. Stay tuned for more updates and details on this life-threatening situation.
This is Kings County News. Today's news is that we are experiencing a severe heat wave along with the entire North American continent as temperatures are soaring up from 121 degrees to 136 degrees Fahrenheit. The state of Washington has declared a state of emergency as many wildfires and droughts have occurred the past few weeks since June 16, 2023, when heatwaves arrived to the state. The heatwave has killed 600 people with almost 10,000 people already dead. The 136-degree temperature is higher than the world record of 134 degrees in 1913. Dangers of this heatwave are droughts and fires. Drought levels are now extreme with 80% of the state under extreme drought and 18% of the state is exceptional drought. This is rapidly changing as the lack of rain continues to unfold. NASA and the National Weather Service have found the cause. The sun was getting closer and closer as time goes on, explaining how the situations have been happening. You need to stay hydrated at all costs because the situation is getting hotter and lack of water will result in you being seized, or even death. Stay out of the sun, as temperatures can be lethal for sensitive people and sunburns are instant for them. Over 11,000 people have died to this heat wave. Use as much air conditioning you have as you can to stay cool during this crisis. Now it's time to see what the co-reporter has to say.
I feel the same severity as the state is. I just need to drink water constantly to survive this heat wave. I am under an air conditioning room part of the newsroom because it's too hot to report outside. The governor of Washington has declared a state of emergency as many wildfires and droughts have occurred the past few weeks. I am shocked that drought levels are now extremely high with 80% of the state under extreme drought and 18% of the state is exceptional drought. This is rapidly changing as the lack of rain continues to unfold. NASA and the National Weather Service have found the cause. The sun got closer and closer as time goes on, explaining how the situations have been happening. We are all scared, but we need to stay calm as panicking will only make the situation worse. You need to stay hydrated at all costs because the situation is getting hotter and lack of water will result in you being seized, or even death. I must go back to you, Jacob.
This concludes our report on the heat wave that is continuing to ravage the continent.
Civil danger warning. The following message is transmitted by the National Weather Service. The heat wave that started last month has worsened very dramatically with temperatures going up to 124 degrees Fahrenheit to as high as 138 degrees Fahrenheit, breaking the 1913 temperature record at 134 degrees Fahrenheit in Death Valley, California. The extreme heat conditions have explained why half of the country is in a severe drought. Massive fires have broken out many areas including California, Nevada, Arizona, and more. This is a very life-threatening situation and should not under any circumstances be ignored anytime soon. 18,000 people have died of heat stroke or exhaustion to this heat wave. Getting sunburned is very easy and can be instant for people who have sensitive skin. Rescheduling strenuous activities for early morning or evening is still gonna be too hot. Night temperatures are now about 100 degrees as new lows for many states hit by the heat wave. You must close all windows to prevent being blinded by the light. Fires have killed about 700 people and these fires have overrun forests and anything in its path. Remember, do not panic or you will make the situation worse. Do not go outside, as it is way too dangerous right now. Shall you go outside? You will result in certain stroke or even death as well. The National Weather Service and NASA will be looking deeper into the situation to determine the cause of the situation. The governors have declared state of emergencies as it can become a national emergency very soon as temperatures are forecast to increase further, according to the National Weather Service. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation.
This is Fox 5 Atlanta News with your reporter. Letter this moment is barely enough to say. It's basically survival all over again. Temperatures in Atlanta have hit so high of 140 degrees to 152 degrees Fahrenheit. Hundreds or thousands of people across the state have been killed of heat exhaustion or stroke. My God, is this a terror situation? I thought the North American heat wave of 1936 was bad enough, but no, it's different. A car collision was just reported causing an explosion and a fire to break out that burned 100 acres and killed 20 people. These wildfires are easier to happen, more frequent, more harder to contain, more longer to last, and more faster to spread due to the dry weather conditions. Many lakes and rivers are drying up very quickly, and some of them are fully dried up. It's currently 145 degrees Fahrenheit in Atlanta, and this situation is not gonna get better anytime soon at all. I have my co-reporter, Eric, who is in the air conditioning room of our studio. How is it going, Eric? Well,
thank you. I am literally sweating right now. Sunburns can be easy to get, and it can be instant for people with sensitive skin. The number of deaths is continuing to get higher every day to more brutal levels. So many people are getting heat stroke by the seconds passing. I have a big story to tell you. So my son, Jaden, came into my house saying, "It's so hot outside." I said, "How is this possible?" Jaden replied in fear, "I was running a mile and everyone was fainting and my coach herself died to a heat stroke." He cried, "I'm gonna miss my friends." He was in track and he was invited to a track meeting. I said, "Oh no, that's bad, is this because a heat wave?" And he said, temperatures were 115 degrees Fahrenheit on that day. But however, it scared me when I saw an emergency alert. Eventually, Jaden went outside, and eventually, he got caught with a stroke. I rushed him into the hospital, but it was too late. He died of a stroke before he even made it. I cried in tears, and I prayed to God that I won't be next and for the Lord to bless him and his soul in heaven. If you a religious person, pray to your God or gods during these apocalyptic beginning climate events. I need to go now, so thank you for interviewing me. Everyone, stay safe.
Continue to stay hydrated with plentiful of fluids and be sure to stay indoors at all times and keep your air conditioning at its max possible. Stay cool, citizens. This is Fox 5 News Atlanta. Letter signing off.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Las Vegas Fire Department and the National Weather Service. A wildfire warning is in effect until June 18, 1:50 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 1:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, a wildfire has broken out due to a kitchen explosion that caused a fire to break out of the house, killing everyone in the house. Thanks to high temperatures and dry conditions, these fires are so perfect to spread into these conditions faster. About 50 acres are burned, 18 people were injured from burns and 10 people have died. Firefighters are extinguishing the fire itself at the moment as hard as they can. In the meantime, you are advised to evacuate anywhere from a 5-mile radius of this fire, otherwise this will go up to a 10-mile radius rank. A fire warning means a fire is detected in your area, meaning you have to evacuate or else you'll put your life at risk. When evacuating, take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a first aid kit, phones, chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio. Do not pick up people from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes, as they have their own evacuation procedures. Make sure you keep drinking plenty of fluids and stay in an air-conditioned room and out of the sun. Prolonged heat exposure results in heat exhaustion or even a stroke. No deaths from heat stroke are confirmed yet, but it will change soon. Stay tuned for more information. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. At 3:41 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, temperatures have risen up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit to as high as 193 degrees Fahrenheit, with sharp increases from 102 degrees Fahrenheit back in July 1, 2023. Most of the United States is now in exceptional drought with lakes, pools, rivers, and ponds boiling up so fast, lake meat was wiped off the face of Earth. The United States government is now getting involved into the situation. Gruesome details have come in from Seattle authorities. People were seen suffering on the streets of Seattle, with blood-curdling screams coming from numerous people, followed by the sound of blood and guts bursting out, as they burned to a crisp. People had flesh peeling from their bodies to the excessive heat. Numerous fatalities have been reported, as high as 79,200 people, being a sharp jump from 61,200 from the previous report 5 days ago. Sunburns can be very easy and can be instant for people who have sensitive skin. By mid-August, temperatures are expected to be 200 degrees with 185 degrees Fahrenheit as the night temperatures, being the highest night temperatures ever. Drink plenty of fluids to stay hydrated, otherwise you will sweat dramatically and get exhausted to the point you faint in a matter of seconds. Sheltering in place means have necessities and including an air-conditioning unit to cool your shelter. All residents are advised to shelter in place immediately. If you don't, then you will face certain death. Stay tuned for more information.
Hi guys, it's me, Davis, reporting for Kings County News again. The reporter was found dead due to heat stroke. It's so hot outside. People were seen suffering on the streets of Seattle. People had their own flesh peeling out of their bodies. Blood-curdling screams are being heard, followed by the sound of blood and guts bursting out. That is the most horrific amount of gore I ever seen. I can't handle this much longer. It's getting hotter, as temperatures hit over 195 degrees to 222 degrees Fahrenheit. It was so hot that the Antarctica continent and the permafrost altogether melted, releasing more greenhouse gas into the air, causing climate change. But a part of climate change, the sun's distance getting closer to Earth, is mainly responsible for this mega heat wave, drying up almost all rivers, lakes, and ponds. Pools and oceans are beginning to evaporate too. I can't believe how hot it's gonna get very soon. I need to go to our co-reporter, sheltering at the moment. This is the last time you'll hear from me, Davis.
Hey guys, it's me, Paul, from the NOAA Weather Radio. My God, it's so hot out here. I apologize if I'm running out of breath very periodically, but it's just so hot. Temperatures were rising up to like 198 degrees. We just found some reports that people were suffering all across the nation. The fact people were screaming while having their flesh peeling
from their bodies literally almost made me scream. I'm sorry if this is going to be less you'll hear from me, but I'll try my best to, stay on the air for as long as I can. Oh, hold on. Let me drink my water. Sorry, but I'm just very exhausted. I don't know how much longer I can keep up, but these temperatures won't get cooler anytime soon. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's so hot! I'm burning alive! I can't feel myself! Oh god, no, please!
The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service, the United States government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. At 1:10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, a global state of emergency has been declared. Temperatures have risen up from 270 degrees Fahrenheit to as high as 320 degrees Fahrenheit, with sharp instances of 360 or even 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Many lakes, pools, rivers, and ponds have boiled worldwide, as many of them were wiped off the face of Earth. Power lines are frying, along with buildings melting in a matter of seconds. Massive fires, explosions, and blood-curdling screams are being heard across the world. The United States concluded a gruesome detail that there is no way of stopping this event anytime soon. Numerous fatalities have been reported, as high as 3 billion people, as the rest of the world is set to burn in the flaming heat waft. Scorching temperatures will rise to 700 degrees after this message as we speak. All residents are advised to gather with friends and family, and also prepare for your inevitable death. If you are a religious person, pray to your God, or gods. A prayer has been requested to be on the emergency alert system. Heavenly Father, we all thank you for the grace you gave us throughout the existence of life. We are ready to be blessed by you in heaven, but unfortunately, we are ending too soon. We give thanks for your great glory. Lord God, Heavenly King, we always love what you do for us. Thank you for giving us the strength to survive this heat waft. Amen. This concludes all operations of the emergency alert system. This is me, Tom, signing.